is pharmacist Abiodun Ajibade. I'm the coordinator of ACPN network collaboration for pharmaceutical supply chain coordination, which is an online platform for pharmaceutical distribution in Nigeria. And the purpose of this platform is to basically aid better visibility for pharmaceutical products from reputable suppliers across the pharmaceutical supply chain. And that is what we've been doing for the past 2 years. So I'd like to welcome you all to this training. The training is it hopes to deliver into the hands of every participant this morning the required understanding on how they can manage their virtual store, especially in this forthcoming conference. We want to use this opportunity also to appreciate ACPN for bringing P2P to this conference as an online platform where pharmaceutical products from pharmaceutical suppliers can readily be available to multitude of pharmacists across the country, albeit virtually. So the purpose of today's meeting is to let us understand what we need to know about the online conference exhibition coming up soon. And just like we have advertised, we are commencing online exhibition from Sunday, July 23rd, which means next week Sunday, we want to commence online sales for this conference. And what does that mean is that for many companies who already have online store for this conference, will begin to have opportunity to sell to a lot of pharmacists even before they leave their various localities. And we feel that it's going to give much company the opportunity of having people to buy more from them, because before now people will get to the conference to just see what they are looking for, and most times they don't have plan for them. But this time around, is company going to have opportunity of having to be able to sell more to the buyers even before they leave their various homes. So that is one of the things that this conference is going to do. This morning's training is being facilitated by Network Business Consulting. They are the builder of the P2P supply chain coordination platform. And I have a couple of the members of Network already online. I have Mr. Benga Jadi, which is the project manager for the P2P. I have Mrs. Kemi Adeneji, who is also one of the staff of Network Consulting. I also have Aminu Zak, who is also one of the development engineers at Network Business Consulting. So what do we want to achieve at the end of this training this morning? One, we want to ensure that the companies that are participating in this conference are able to take their business to the next level. We already know that whether we like it or not, virtual space, online business interaction has come to stay. And organizations who are not prepared for coming online is already working against the tide. So which means P2P platform is just that ready platform that is for the future. So as a pharmaceutical manufacturer and pharmaceutical marketer, if you will not have virtual or online presence, it means you are still limited. But the power of technology has made it so possible that you can actually reach large number of target or prospective customers without actually knowing where they are located physically, and you deal with you. And up to P, because it's a system that have high level of integrity, we ensure that every player on this platform, they are verified. That is, they have business registration premises already submitted with the platform, and their pharmacist registration number is also submitted. So at any given time, anyone you are transacting or you are dealing with on the P2P platform, they are actually traceable. And that means it's not a platform that you can just operate in and be dealing with different people. And we use NAFDAC and PCN benchmark to actually get this verification done. So that is first thing I want us to know, that P2P is a secured platform, and is a platform that offers all the organizations that are onboarded the opportunity of relating with one another, because everyone can be traced. That is the beauty of this platform. Number two is that all the products that are on this platform, are the product that NAFDAC had registered, which means you will be dealing with your products that you have registered with NAFDAC. So we are not going to be seeing parallel imports on this platform. So any product that is being sold on P2P, they are the one registered by NAFDAC, and you are sure they are your products that people are going to be buying. And the third thing is that every premises on this platform, we've got their ACPN premises license, because in the course of registration on the platform, they have to provide all these details. And until when those informations are complete, that is when they are verified. And that's the only time they can relate with anybody on the platform. So we have done that back end, and we are continuously doing that to ensure that you are dealing with people that you can actually trace, and the integrity of the transaction is secured. Also, we want to mention that the platform is an end-to-end encrypted engagement. So it's only the parties that are in interaction or that are in transactions that can see what they are doing. Whatever you are doing with yourself on this platform is confidential to the parties involved. So there's nobody that can see what is going on between you and another person. And that is why it is end-to-end encryption platform. And also, even the business, the network managers, they also cannot have access to your information, because all these are end-to-end encrypted. So that is first thing I want to mention, that this platform is secured, and it has an integrity. And incidentally, the managers of this platform are the organization that you deal with. ACPN is a major interest, is a major partner on this platform, because they have done it because they want more products access to their members. And that is why this platform has come and it's been going. I'd like to let you know that as of now, we have well over 1,300 participants on this platform, business engagements. That tells you there's a huge platform that is already growing. And we are seeing that in the next 5 years, you'll be surprised that this will be a place that most of your business will be done, and you can be sure you have better feedback and better outcome of your business, because you can use the availability of data that are on this platform to do better and intelligent business, because there's so much analytics that you can generate from this platform and to help your business. So just try to let you know basically what this platform is all about. I know shortly I'm going to call Mr. Gbenga Jadi, who is going to introduce us to the platform itself, and then we'll go straight to training you on how you will be able to receive orders from the buyers, and then what you need to do to fulfill those orders. And these are the things that will be in place. And we're also going to have a session of training with community pharmacists generally in Nigeria next week. And we're going to be pointing them to the companies that are already on the platform. So which means it's also an opportunity for you to really bring visibility of your brands to a lot of pharmacists remotely. And that's all I think I would like to talk about at this time, because I don't want to waste too much time. I have a very long day to do. And I believe strongly that in this training this morning, all of us will be able to go back and put our business in proper perspective. Let me also mention that for every one of us who has a business already on the P2P platform, there's more to just putting your product or just registering there. You must be seen to be active, because it's only the activity that you're able to generate that now gives the buyers the confidence to continue to patronize you. So don't just remain on P2P and be passive. It's a platform where you have all information. And with the way we have done it, we have done such a way that every time there's any transaction on this platform and it is related to your organization, there are 3 methods through which you'll be notified. Number 1, there will be an SMS sent to the registered number for the company on this platform. So which means if anybody is sending a request to you, if we are not even online, you get an SMS on your phone. That is one of the things that this platform is going to give to you. Number 2, you are going to also get an email notifying you there's a transaction waiting for you on P2P. And the third one is when you log into your P2P account, there's in-app notification. So which means we have crafted this platform such a way that you don't lose out on anything. And what we expect you to do is to promptly respond to business requests that are made. We also have payments opportunity on the platform, whereby you can people can make payment to you, and you can collect payments. And deliveries also, we are partnering with a lot of courier organizations. Many of them are on the platform already. But for this conference, we are going to bring them live to the conference pavilion. What does that mean? It's like every time people are buying and they are not available at the conference, they just discuss with the courier company, send their issue note to them, and they will come to your booth and come and collect the product on the behalf of the customer. And all of you will be on the same page. So all these are the things that we have put in place, and we are expecting you as our business partners to take advantage of this opportunity to bring better service to pharmaceutical space in Nigeria. I'd like to welcome you all to this meeting, and I believe strongly we're going to have a wonderful time with us this morning. I'm calling on Mr. Benga Jadi, who is going to be taking this training forward. I know I also have Okafor also on the platform. I mean, that is one of the members of the Board of Consulting. So we have a couple of us here this afternoon who will be helping us with this information. Welcome everybody, and I believe you're going to have a wonderful time. So Mr. Bengadi, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jibade. Good morning, everybody. I want to believe a lot of us are familiar with me when we started the setup about 2 weeks ago. So I won't be wasting much of our time. Like I said earlier when we had the setup, that we'll be having another batch of meeting where we'll be going to order processing and now to actually respond to orders. So I'll be sharing my screen briefly. I also appreciate if a lot of us can log into our accounts so that we can also be seeing what I'm doing and see how it actually plays. A minute, I'm sharing my screen briefly. All right, can we see my screen, please? Someone should confirm. Anyone, please, can you confirm?
Yes, can see your screen.
All right, so
yes, we can see your screen.
For the purpose of this meeting, I'll log in with a buyer and a seller so that you can see how it works. And
Mr. Gbenga, sorry, 1 minute, please.
Yes.
Can we know if everybody on this call have their P2P accounts? That is, you have all registered on P2P. You can do that by raising your electronic hand, so that we're not going to be talking to someone who is not even on the same page with us. So please, if you are already on P2P, please just raise your hand electronically so that we can look at number of people that have P2P accounts, and then from there we can continue engaging. Thank you very much.
Can I continue now?
Yes, Mr. Abigail, you can continue.
All right, thank you very much. So like I rightly said, I will appreciate if, I want to assume all of us have, at one point or the other, has onboarded on P2P and have done a little bit of setup. So I will appreciate if you can log in, so you can log in with your accounts. I'll be logging with 2 accounts, a buyer and a seller. So still using the NDDG guideline for the purpose of the conference, is a time where not just the retailers will be buying from you, the wholesalers will have access to you as well. And as many as could be on the conference will have access to your medication. So last week or 2 weeks ago, since we started this implementation, we've been able to put in our products. So I'll be skipping that part. I'll be doing this training is in 3 sessions. There is settings. There's one more setting we need to do. And in that setting, we'll be doing what we call document setting and business setting. Then we'll also go to order processing and how pickup is being done. So quickly, I'll just go to under business setup. There's what we call document settings. Now on P2P, there are several documents that have been generated that can make you to complete a process. That is from the point A, where an order is received, to when the order is delivered. So, and we have several documents. We have quote request, we have pro forma invoice, order notes, invoice notes, and so on and so forth. Now, I'll be explaining each of these, but I'll be using one of them as an instance for my document setting. The whole idea of document setting is for us to be able to ensure that you can customize your activity in terms of how your documents is being treated on P2P. Now, we understand the fact that there are several of us that have our own business processes, and not every business is the same. And for some businesses, they may want every document to be generated to go through the approval. Some may say, okay, well, I don't need approval. Some may want to suspend. Some may want auto response. If you remember, I told you last week or 2 weeks ago that there's a way you can automate P2P to respond to others on your behalf, even while you are not on the system. So these are some of the things I'll be showing you. But for you as a seller, majority of times you'll be spending your time on probably generating invoice, also confirming payment, and doing issue notes and delivery notes. So those could be your 4 major documents that you'll be working on mainly. So like order notes, invoice notes, payments, issue notes, and delivery notes. Those will be one of your 5 of your major documents that you'll be working with. So let me just take one of them, which is an invoice note as an instance for this training. So when I selected my invoice note, I have some options here. I have required approval. I have auto response, default valid period, fixed period, suspend activities. Now we'll explain this briefly. Now, like I rightly said, some businesses will actually want every document generated to go through approval. Now, if you create a document, for instance, you are raising a document called price adjustment or an invoice, you will prefer somebody else to create it while somebody else approves. Or even if you are the same person creating, you also want to do a check before you approve. Please ensure require approval is set to true. This require approval can be set to false or true. So if you want it to go through the level of approval, ensure require approval is set to true. But if you want to create a document and you don't want to go through the process of approval, you don't want, just immediately you click on save. You want a document to be a valid document, then you can turn off your require approval. That's about how approval works. Now back to auto response. This auto response allows your customers that send you requests to get an automatic response without you touching your system. Now, when somebody sends an order to you, like for instance, for this conference now, people will start sending orders to you. And when they send orders to you, you might not necessarily be on your system, but they can get the invoice for that order immediately by you just clicking auto response. Now, for this auto response to work effectively, there are 2 conditions that needs to be met, and which is you need to set your price of your product properly and also ensure that you have the enough quantity to fulfill that order. Let me repeat again, 2 conditions. You must have your price, the price of your correct price of your product set, and you must have enough quantity to fulfill the order sent to you. Once you have these 2 conditions met, immediately as they generate an order and send it to you, they will get a response immediately of the invoice for payment without you touching your system. And I'm going to show you how this works. So that's one of the conditions. So for the purpose of this training, I will set this to auto response. Let me change my, so please ensure, first and foremost, look at the top of your screen where you can see the name of your business. There's a drop down there. Please ensure you select 42nd annual conference. But because me, I'm not an exhibitor, that's why I'm not saying 42nd, but for the purpose of this training, I have a demo exhibition going on for myself and my organization. So please drop it down and choose 42nd annual conference. So when you drop it down to 42nd annual conference, then you can set up this document setting. So here you can choose invoice note, for instance, like I rightly explained. If you want to set it to auto response, I'm setting mine to auto response now. So that immediately send an order to me, I want my system to automatically respond with an invoice without me necessarily being on my system. Now, the 3rd item here is default valid period in minutes. Now, for every document being generated, there's a default valid period that you can set. That is, if you don't respond to this document, for instance, you sent an invoice to someone and the buyer didn't respond with a payment, in the space of the number of minutes you have set in here, that document becomes null and void. And that document cannot be processed any longer. The person will have to regenerate another document and send to you. Even though on P2P, we have ability to clone all our documents. So for instance, somebody is sending an order that has like 500 line item or 200 line items to you. It doesn't need to, each time it's trying to generate that same document, it doesn't need to go and recreate it again. It could just clone it and do the adjustment maybe in terms of quantity and send the document to you, and you get it and you'll be able to do the needful. So default value period, for me, I always advise, if you know you'll be able to meet up with a little time, please always extend the time. So, but ensure that this is done in minutes. Like what I have here, we only do 24 hours. So you at default, that's what you'll see there. So you can change it to a longer period. So that in case your customer does not respond in the 24 hours, you are still giving him the grace to respond in a given time soon. You get. So I'll go to the next item, which is fixed period. The fixed period also speaks to the default value period. And what this does is that if I set this to fixed period, if I set it to true, meaning that this 1,440 minutes, I don't have the intention of changing my mind. Please note that. If I set it default value period and I set this fixed period to true, it means that I'm not intending to extend my timeline from this to receive a response from whoever I'm sending that document to. Now, the reason for this is that if you don't set this to true, even though this is 1,440 minutes, maybe after 1,000 minutes, you want to still extend, you can always come back and extend for that document and it will still be acceptable. But if you set this to fixed period, you won't be able to come back to extend the timeline. I hope that's clear. So lastly, I'll be talking about suspend activities. Now, for a given document, for instance, you don't want to raise invoice for a period, you can just suspend activity of invoices before I proceed from here. There's no question. All right, so once you do this, you will save. Now, for the purpose of this training, I'll be using the auto response. I'll be using the auto response, and I'll save for my invoice. So before I leave this place, the next thing I will show you is business setting. Now, like I've already said, you do the same thing for each of your documents based on how you are running your processes. So I'll go to business setting. Actually, I've shown us some of this during the setup that we did earlier on, where in business setting, this is where you can set if you want to be receiving SMS, if you want to show your account details, if you want to show your quantity, if you want to show your price. A lot of us, I think most of us have disabled our price for now. But please, during the conference, just come back here and set to show price to true so that your customers can see your price. But for now, I know all of them that have been going there have not been seeing your price, but at least they know the items you are bringing to the conference. So this is where we do all those settings. Where we want to show our price, you want to do reorder, but you don't do reorder because you are a manufacturer. But for those who are distributors, major distributors that are still exhibiting, you can also do what we call set up your auto reorder. That is, the system should automatically generate order and send it to your supplier. And you can also set the frequency at which this reorder is being sent. That is maybe weekly, monthly, or daily. So this might not actually pertain to most of us that are probably importers or manufacturers. So those are the basic things you need to do in business setting. Once you are done, you click on save, and that should be it. So one more thing I will show us still on business setup is how to create users. I believe a lot of us are going to be having a lot of people on this platform that will probably be responding to others. So you can create them as users and give them access. So for instance, you have like maybe 6 or 7 sales rep that you feel might be able to respond to others. All you need to do is just to come here. They don't need to onboard newly on P2P, but you can just create them as ordinary users. So to do that, you click on user under business setup and you click on create. You put the full name of the person, the email address. Now, ensure that this email address is a valid. The reason is that the login details of that user will be sent to this email address with the username and the password for that user to log in. And you also select the location. So for the purpose of the conference, let's assume that user is only working for this period of the conference on P2P. You can just select demo conference, and you can also come back and move him to another part of your business whenever you want to. So you choose for the second annual conference, I'll put the phone number of the person here. Now, so lastly, you need to toggle this if the person is an admin. Now, admin meaning that this person has maybe a superior right to be able to make some major changes. Please don't give the co-admin to just ordinary sales rep that does not have ability to approve documents. So if the only thing that person could do is probably to just raise documents and so on and so forth, please don't give him co-admin. Giving somebody co-admin meaning that this person can change your price, you can change your quantity, you can do adjustments, and can do some major changes to your setting because it's an admin. So ensure if it's just a user to respond to orders, confirm payment, please don't give them admin rights. All right, so that's about it on the setup. There are still so many things that we can do here. You can also set your charges and discounts. For instance, in your invoice, you want to add charges, you want to add discount to your invoice, you can set that as well. So by creating charges, you select the charge. Now we have some default charges here. If you don't, it's not these two default charges we have. You can just go ahead, give a charge code. Let me just say maybe test S2 charge, and call this maybe exhibition charge, and you select the mode. If it's going to be amount per invoice, meaning that irrespective of the total amount in that invoice, I'm only charging, for instance, maybe 500 naira for exhibition charge, which is the charge I'm just trying to create right now as a test. Or if you want to choose percentage per invoice, meaning whatever percentage I put in here, if it's 2%, let it charge whatever is the total of that invoice with that amount. Then you can also choose if it's compulsory. If you choose this as compulsory, immediately any invoice is generated, that charge will be applied automatically. But if you choose that it should be negotiable, that charge will not be automatically added. You can go there manually and add the charge, and you can still edit the charge. For instance, you have charged 2% as your default. You can go in there and also edit it and say, okay, for this particular invoice, I'm changing it to 10% because you have made it negotiable. That is, this charge is negotiable. Then you can either enable or disable. When you enable it, that's when it's going to be active. So if you want this charge to be active, please enable. You can always come back and disable. When you disable, that charge will no longer be active, and you can always come back to activate it whenever you want to. So that's the same principle applies to discount, the same process to setting discounts and giving discounts to your customers. Maybe later on we can still be doing all of this, but those are not too necessary for the purpose of this conference. I don't know if there's any question as I'm about going to transactions.
Yeah, Mr. Agbenga, can I quickly just come in here?
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone on the call. What we have just demonstrated is what you will do to your own accounts on P2P. And I want us to note that P2P is not only for this conference. There are several wholesalers on P2P. And if your system is properly set up, you begin to see some people buying from you without you looking for them. So what we are trying for saying is that if all this accounts issue is properly set out and everything you need to put in place is in place, it means that as a company, you begin to now see wholesalers that will be interested in your products. And the first thing is that they are going to approach your company, and it gives you a opportunity of following up with them. So you'll be able to settle wholesalers even after the conference, and several people will be able to buy your product from the wholesalers on the platform. So what we are saying therefore is that don't just look at this setting up as only for this conference alone. We want you to take this system forward for your business engagement. And I believe strongly a lot of opportunity of sales is going to be generated to your organization through this way. Thank you. So, Mr. Agbenga, you can go to the transaction. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So if there's no question, I'm moving straight to transactions, and you see how your orders appear. Now, I'll be going in as a buyer. So I've explained this to us in the course of the setup. And I think a lot of us still have some work to do, even though for some of us, you sent some details to me, which we're going to work on between now and next week in terms of updating your pictures and some of your product details. So we'll be doing that next week mainly. But let me show you how your customers are seeing you currently. If I go to exhibition, conference, I'll choose this conference, and I can see a list of exhibitors, which I believe most of us in this call can see ourselves. For instance, I'll go to LiDAR. When I went to LiDAR, I'm not seeing any of LiDAR products. And why? Because LiDAR has not brought in, okay, sorry, this is an error. Okay, it's not an error, please, I'm fine. So LiDAR has not brought in any of its products. And I think LiDAR is on this call, meaning that LiDAR has not populated its balances as well as set prices for its products. I don't know if the representative of LiDAR is here. So if you can respond to why this has not been done. I purposely choose you. Sorry about that.
Good morning, sir. I'm
Morning.
actually LiDAR International.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to get back to you after this session.
Okay.
That's how but
All right.
I will try and get back to you so that we can set it up. I don't have the login details yet.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, thank you very much. Thank you very much. There's a need for you to do this quickly now, because now some of the your buyers have been going to this portal in preparation to buy from you guys. And for LiDAR, for instance, they are seeing empty products. Now, let me show you another user, another exhibitor in this conference. Let me see, maybe Bond Chemical. This is Bond Chemical. Bond Chemical, at least they are ready for this conference. They put in their products for the purpose of the conference. They've also said their prices. They chose not to hide their price and say, okay, let them see how much we're going to be selling for the conference and be getting ready with their funds to buy from us. You understand? So this is what your portal should be looking like right now from the other hand of your buyers. So if you have not done the needful to bring in all your quantity and set your price accordingly, you are making it impossible for your customers to have a full knowledge of the items they can buy in the course of this conference. As soon as the conference is open from next week Sunday, I think you start seeing response from your buyer. So that's about that. So, but for the purpose of this meeting, I'll be going back to conference exhibitors, and I'll be choosing this conference so that I can show you the activity of how you respond to others. So always ensure that on your drop down, for the purpose of this conference, you are always in this for the second annual conference. I mean, from your own end. But for the buyer does not have to see anything conference. They will just go to conference and they will see the list of exhibitors. And I will click on one of my exhibitor for test that I'm doing currently, and to bring out the products that exhibitor has. So now we're buying from this exhibitor. Remember, I said this exhibitor has set his business that it should do auto response. That is, when an order is received, it should automatically respond with an invoice. As long as he has the two conditions met, having the right quantity available and also setting his price. So I'll be just fill this form quickly. Now let me explain that the concept behind order pick buy. I know there may be some discussion around this, which is who is picking the order. Somebody is placing an order. How does he want to pick his order? Is he going to pick it by himself? Is he going to be using the service of the hauler, or he wants the supplier, that is you, the buyer, to ship it down to his store or to him or wherever he is? So there are three options to pick an order from P2P. Either you're doing it yourself, you're using the hauler services. Like I rightly said, we have haulers on this platform. That is haulers that you can use to move your item from location A to location B, as the case may be. And the supplier will also be the one to bring the item. So the buyer chooses the option he wants. For instance, I'm choosing self for the purpose of this training, and I'll just fill the form, select the items I want to buy. I'm buying 3 of Atelum tab. I'll take one more product, maybe Emox Tropical. Maybe I'm buying 5. I click on add to cart. So the person keeps adding and adding and adding. So once it's done. Now also take note, I made mention of this, while adding your product, your inventory. If you have promo, you could also indicate it in the line when you are creating your opening adjustment. Now this is how the promo appears. It will show on the item that has a promo. Like you can see, not all of them has promo, but the ones that has promo is showing you. You click on the promo, the buyer sees, okay, if I buy 10, I get 1 free. Okay. And if he wants to buy the 10, you could put the quantity and you can process it in its invoice and send to the buyer. So after selecting the products and he wants to buy, excuse me, he clicks on continue. And just like a regular cart, if it's done, you can still adjust where necessary, maybe increase or reduce. He submits the order, and he has said his own business that he needs every document to be approved. So he will be approving. The buyer is approving now. So he has approved this document. Immediately he has approved the document is sent to the supplier. And let me show you what happens instantly. The supplier, let me check from the aspect of the supplier you see now for the purpose of this conference. Let me see the order that was sent to him. This is the order that has been sent. And the order has been processed. Let me show you. Okay, this is the order now. It picks the order. So that's what you'll be seeing from your own end. You pick the order and you can see it's generated. Now, this is where your charges and your discount takes place. So if you have any charge, you have any discount, it will be computed alongside with your invoice. So if you're adding VAT, if you're adding any other information, or maybe you are giving a discount, this is how it's going to be showing from your own end as the supplier of that item. So once this is done, I'm going back. I just want to show you from the aspect of the buyer now. Excuse me, I'm refreshing now. So you can see the buyer has received the invoice. Now, Mr. Gibali rightly told us that there are 3 modes of notification on this platform. We have SMS, we have mails, and we have in-app notification, meaning you can see this notification coming in now. Let me log into one of the mails so you can see how the mail notification looks like. Now, this is the mail that just came in now. It's a new order. You can see the time, 11:37 a.m. this morning. So whoever has the email address set up on this platform, we get this notification. And it can just click on the order to view it immediately and process it if he wants to, right from the email. So that's another way of receiving notification. Then the SMS also goes to that line that has been registered as a business owner on this platform as well. So let me just continue right now. I've shown you how that looks like. So the buyer has received the invoice. All he needs to do is now to pay. And to pay, he clicks on this view button. Clicking on the view button, he sees what has been sent to him, he's okay with it, then he clicks on pay now. He's paying now, and he can choose the option of payment. Now, we have several options of payment on this platform. We have bank transfer. You can use credit notes. You can use credit limit balance. You can our card payment is ongoing currently, and you can also pay with wallet. Now, on P2P, P2P has a wallet. I think I've explained this to some of us in the course of our setup. That there's a wallet system embedded on P2P where you can move money from your bank to your wallet, and you can use your wallet to make payment transactions. And if they have used their wallet to pay you as a buyer, as a supplier, you can move your money from your wallet to your proper. So that works on the system currently. So, but for the purpose of this, I will just do bank transfer and put in the amount I'm paying. So I can do for 700. Then I can choose my proof of payment. For instance, let's assume maybe this is my proof of payment. Probably it's going to be maybe SMS notification or email or whatever from the banking app of the buyer, and clicks on done. Maybe clicks on done. the document has been sent to the supplier, which is you. So from your own end, you're going to receive a notification, and you go to your payments. You see payment note under transactions. You will see this is the document here awaiting acceptance from you. So it's not left for you to do due diligence to confirm that the payment has actually been received. So when the payment has been received, then you now have to confirm, yes, that this payment has been accepted. Now, one of the ways to do that, the document the person has attached, or the payment receipt he has attached, you always see it here. By clicking on this view, proof of payment view, you click on it, it will come up. So if the person has attached the SMS notification he received, or probably the receipt from his bank app, you will see it in here straight up to confirm the person's payment. So once you have confirmed the payment, you can now proceed by clicking on the view button again, and you accept. You can see the amount the guy sent. It's from Basel Pharmaceuticals. These are the invoice and details. So you click on accept. So after accepting this, the next thing for you as a business owner to do is to raise what we call stock issue. You raise a stock issue note. Now we are going to the, hello? Someone is saying something? Okay. So we are getting close to the end of these transactions now. So what you need to do now is to process the order. You have received the order. You have confirmed the payment. Now it's for you to prepare the item for pickup. So, and in doing this, you raise stock issue notes, still under transaction. You click on create. Now, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to send to you as a document is like something like an SOP that has this flow of what you do to respond to orders till the end. So that for you that are still new to this system, you get to understand it and understand it more. So that you can know what to do per time from point A to point B to point C to the end of the transaction. So what I'm trying to do right now is to raise what we call stock issue note that will be sent to the buyer, which is another proof of confirming his payment that now you are processing his pickup, and it can always get what we call a QR code. A QR pickup code is generated for that user whenever he's coming to pick up his item, so that you are rest assured that the person coming to pick the item is the right person that has been designated to pick up the item. For instance, the buyer is in Abuja. He raises the order, and he's not the one to come and pick the item himself in Lagos. What he needs to do is to send that QR code to maybe his driver or maybe his supervisor in his office, and that person will come with that QR code. The person comes with the QR code does not even know what the owner of the business has bought until when it gets to you. Mind you also, the person in your office, let's assume you have another office where pickup is being done, or maybe it's your warehouse. The person in the warehouse also might not actually even know what the guy is coming to pick until when he scans the QR code. And this will also give him the details of what is to be picked by that particular person. But let me quickly raise an issue note now. So each issue notes are raised from invoices. So I'll select the invoice. This is the new invoice now, 14th July. I can put in any information as my comments. All I will do is just to save. So this is what you will be doing. And it's approved because I set my documents to don't require approval. You can see document is approved immediately. And the buyer receives that document as well. You can see the buyer receives the document. This is the document now. But the document does not have the QR code yet because a delivery note has not been generated. This is because we as a pharmaceutical industry, we deal with batch for most of our products. So to add batch information to the product you are sending to your supplier, to your buyer, you will need to raise what we call delivery note, which is the final leg of what you will be doing. Delivery note, we have the batch information, as well as when the item will be ready for pickup. Please, in the comment section, you put in when the item will be ready for pickup so that the person can know when to come around to pick. So I'm putting the batch information now. Let me assume this is my batch. 22. No, 20. And this for the next one. And subsequently, probably after this conference, for those of you that will probably want to use P2P to reach out to to the distributors on the platform to buy from you. You can also do what we call integration. Most of these things we are doing manually, probably putting in batch, can also be picked if you have an existing ERP. It can be auto-generated, and all this will be added, and you won't need to even do any typing at all. It will be selected based on the FIFO principle, first expiry, first out, and all of this will be there. So if there's a document you want to attach to, you can still do that here by attaching. If there's any document you want to attach. Say yes, it's approved as well. So let me go back to that same stock issue note I sent earlier on. If I click on it now, a QR code will have been added. You can see it here. Immediately the delivery note has been generated. A QR code is sent to the buyer. So all the buyer needs to do is to snap this maybe with a phone or with any device that it can use to just capture this and send it to whoever will be coming to pick the item. Or even if it's the one picking it himself, you could just pick this up, which I'm doing. I'm just with my phone. So I have the QR code now. So this is all the customer needs. The QR code is all he needs to go to the warehouse or to come to you as a supplier to pick up his item. So I'll be going to the final leg of what happens when it comes to your location or where it's going to do its pickup. So I'll go back to you as a supplier. Still under transactions. The last menu under transaction is what we call pickup. Person comes to you, you click on pickup, and you click on scan QR code. When you click on scan QR code, you will see the camera of your device will come up. Then you can point the QR code to it. When you do this, the QR code is scanned, and you click on done. You can see the details of the products are already added. So this confirms that the person has come to your office or to your warehouse has come with a valid QR code to pick up the item. If the document is not scanned and it's telling you invalid, know that that person has come with a fake QR code and it's not generated from this system. This is also another form of security that we have to ensure that the right person is the one to pick up an item at every given point in time. And also, when an item has been picked, if you try to pick it again, it will tell you this item has been picked and you can't generate it any longer. So I will just put in the driver name and probably the driver phone number. Though it's not compulsory, if you don't have those information, and just skip it and move on to other things. So once I'm done, I'll just click on pick up. After this, the transaction has been completed from the end of the supplier. So that's basically how to respond to orders when orders are sent to you. I don't know if there's any question at this point.
Well, Mr. Benga, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. And I believe strongly you have captured the three main aspects of a transaction. I mean, the placing of the order, the payment for the products, and the collection, which is the delivery. But I just have one few addition to the information that has been provided. Number one thing we want to achieve is that each organization will begin to see how to begin to add virtual space to their business life. And it means that if you look at these processes, it may be difficult for just one person to be the one doing the online sales and the physical sales. It means there is a need for you to designate an officer in charge of your online transaction. That is what is important, because if somebody is going to be involved in physical sales, online sales, it's going to be challenging for that person to be able to cope with this assignment. So it is important that each organization going for this conference have a designated officer that will be in charge of their online engagement. And just like you have been told, this conference exhibition online starts from 23rd of July, which means as an organization, we need you to have someone already designated with all these procedures in place. And why is that? This is the only way you can be rest assured that there won't be any problem after you are dealing with somebody online. I know a lot of us have a lot of reservation for online engagement. We may not even know who is buying from us. We may not know who we are selling to, and there could be challenges that we may not be able to manage. And that is why we have embedded key control into this platform. So at the level of your transaction, the important thing is that someone who is supposed to respond to it must have access to this notification and has login details. So that person must be created on this platform as a user. That's number one. Number two is the issue of these payments. Payment is also a very key factor that is important in this engagement. And you can see, after anybody has made payments, you have the right to confirm from your bank account before you can approve that payment. So when the payment has been sent to you and a payment receipt has been attached to that transaction, don't go ahead and deliver the products. Confirm that the payment is in your bank account. However, if you want to use your wallet on the platform, which you have access to your money from, it means immediately the person is making payment and using wallets to pay. It means that person has funded his own wallet from his own bank with the value of money that he's going to send to you. That one, once you see the money coming to your own wallet, you have already seen that the transaction has been paid for, and there are reports on this wallet account. So you can go to the wallet and you can see your reports on what is happening to your wallet. And at the end of every day, you can move your money to your bank account, which means you have an opportunity to just look at the transaction going on. It's as if you collect the cash yourself and you can move the money to your bank account. That's that. And the third issue, which is the delivery, is that we know that a lot of people will say they are buying, and it has happened severally that people will just come and mistakenly take somebody else's products. So the QR code that has been embedded is to be sure that whoever that is coming is one that is genuine, because that QR code is only one generated and it can only be generated to whoever that's supposed to receive it. So if the buyer says that this product will be collected by him, that is self, that QR code only goes to him, and whatever happens to that QR code is at his own expense. But if the buyer chooses the supplier to supply the product to him, it is the supplier that receives the QR code, and that means the supplier has responsibility to deliver that product to the buyer. And if they use the hauler, it is the buyer that chose the hauler, and the hauler is the one and the buyer that are supposed to know what happened. So what we are saying, therefore, is that there's assurance that you will not run into crisis with your products on this platform. Your payments, you can confirm, and you can also be sure that you are delivering to the right person, because there's identity for who is going to collect these products. And just like I mentioned, please, we need to set up a designated officer or desk officer. And that desk officer may be at the conference ground and can actually be in the office. It may not even be to you, may not go to the conference with you. It can be in the office, which means that person will be operating as if he's at the conference, and they can even supply the product from the office directly instead of using the conference stock. But they can even use the office to supply. So what we are saying is that this platform has given us a lot of flexibility and opportunity that you can relate with your buyers from every dimension. And just like I mentioned earlier on, this is not only for the conference, it is the way going forward. And you can now see that with P2P, you can basically have a thoroughbred distribution system for your products. And you have access to a lot of companies, a lot of buyers, and you can do your sale remotely. And the advantage of it is that where you will spend 1,000 to reach, with a click on your smartphone, you can reach more than that. So I want to stop at that junction. Thank you very much. Mr. Abega, you can continue. And if there are questions, please let us talk. This is an opportunity for us to interact. I know all of us are seeing some things. Please let us talk about the things we have observed as an issue so that we can trash it before we go to the next thing.
I think there are hands that are raised currently.
Okay, please, let's just receive them, please.
So I think I have Temidayo. Your hand is raised. What about the Kore Damilare? Please unmute your mic and let's have your thoughts. Your mic is still muted. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Is anybody hearing me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Those that have their hands raised, do you still have a question, or your mics are muted, please? If you can unmute. All right. So I'm assuming is everything clear so far? So I can just show you another item on this platform.
Mr. Bega, sorry, please, we need feedback.
Yes.
Except that what we are doing does not make sense to you. And I would like to call one by one. I just want a feedback from you. Mr. Temedayo, please, can you unmute your mic and just a feedback from you? What's your opinion about what we have discussed? Mr. Temedayo, please, you can unmute, please. Maybe he's not there. What of Bello Achileke? Achileke.
Yes, Mr. Jibade.
Thank you very
Good
much.
morning. Thank you for this platform and for the presentation. I made a couple of notes, but I think from you and then from Mr. Gbenga, those concerns have been sorted out. So I think we are good, and the steps of security that have been built into the entire system makes a lot of sense. And then the side comment which you also made, that the receipt sent by the customer does not validate payment. It is we checking on our own back end or in our accounts to confirm the payment. That is what we should actually work with. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bello. Let me go to Ebuka Nwosu. Ebuka Nwosu, please. I want to hear you.
Good afternoon,
Thank you.
Mr. Bear.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the platform. Great job. So I joined, I don't know, the initial link that was sent was not working, so I think I joined halfway. So while I was exploring the platform, when it was after sign up, I was finding where I could see either at the add product button. I don't know, how do you add product? Though I got to a place where the already registered product during registration was already in the list of product. I just needed to add them. I just added them to my own product. I could not add my own product myself. Is that functionality available on the platform?
Yes, very available. And that's one of the areas we need to speak to. Is your company already having the online store on this conference, for this conference?
When you mean online store, that is registered on the P2P platform?
Yeah, you could register on the P2P platform. But
yes,
if you have not shown interest to be on the online store, we may not have put you on that online store. I think we have a few companies that are there. Mr. Bega, you can share your screen. You can see the companies that are there. And
I found the company. Yes, I find my company there.
Okay, when he was talking to us, right? Good.
No,
so what
no,
we will do?
When I logged in to add product, I saw some of our product already listed.
Okay.
That is a JPOCO.
Okay. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We need to speak to you maybe deeper. And what I mean by that is that there are still some other things that which may not have been done. Number one, we want to be sure that all your company products are on this platform. That's number one. Number two is to be sure that your company has been designated as an exhibitor during this conference. And the list we are showing you now are the companies that responded that they want to be on exhibition. So if your company is not listed there, it means we have not taken your company to this exhibition page. And we're going to talk to you concerning that. Maybe can you just pick this number down? 090
Please hold
32.
on.
Okay.
Please hold on, please.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So you said
09
09032
2336. I go by again. 090 32 62 2336.
Yeah, I already have
Got
the
a number. Please, we need you to talk to us again after this meeting. We need to do some other things to have your system properly documented on this exhibition stuff if it's not there right now. And all the things that need to be done, those your areas of concern, we can easily trash them out. Thank you very much, Mr. Ebuka.
All right.
Yeah. Temidayo, are you on?
All right, let me say one more thing as regards, he asked two questions. The other concern he has is why not we give them the ability to create their own products themselves on the platform. Now, there's a reason why we are the ones to bring in the product into the platform because of a lot of product definition issues across the supply chain that we're trying to avoid. Now, a lot of times we've discovered that your product, the best person that can define any product in this ecosystem is the supplier or probably the manufacturer or the importer. So what we do is that we collect this information from you. At the point of doing setup, I think with most of us that are on this call, an Excel sheet was sent to us. We populated it with our product with the proper definition of how those products should be. So what we intend to do with this is to ensure that everybody in this supply chain, from the top, which is you guys, down to the retailer, are using the product definition that you have set across the entire system. And we don't want to expose this to the public doing this. Otherwise, there will be a lot of errors here and there, and your entire process will have been messed up. The same product can be defined in 10 different ways, and it won't really make any form of sense. So that was the reason why we actually didn't give the access to you as the manufacturer to be posting products yourself. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Benga. Yes, let me go to Lizzie Oguleye.
Yes, please.
Lizzie Oguleye, let's have a feedback from you. Thank you. Please unmute and you can speak to us.
Yes.
Okay. Can we see other people that can talk to us? Because what we feel is that we don't want this training to just be one-sided. And you can imagine some of the things we are getting back now are things that are concerns that basically we want people to be able to resolve even with this call. So do you have anyone that wants to speak? Okay, to save time.
Yes.
Okay, Joe, go make
I want to say something.
Okay,
Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Yes, I am Ijoma Umo from Esfa Lab Limited. So I didn't join this call on time because I was busy. So I was able to jot down the number you called then for those that have not been able to set up their online P2P. So I think with that number, we can reach you. Then with that, we can be able to set up our own system here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we are hearing you. Yeah.
Okay, so that's just what I want to confirm. I've been following, but I am lost. I must have to say because I didn't join. I think I joined around 12:40 or thereabouts. So then I think with that we can call you on that line. Then we'll talk better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. But most everybody is picking the reading. Okay, I have Mr. Kingsley Osaren. You want to speak? Please just speak out or mute and you can speak. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Kingsley from Next Term Pharmaceuticals. This is my first time of being in the training. I guess probably maybe training have been done before this. So I want to confirm, is there any form of payment for the registration, sir? Then also, the person that just spoke last already said, so hopefully we can get more information from that contact anytime, any day, right? Those are the two questions.
Yes, thank you so much. I think for the payments of this, for this registration for this conference, ACPN has already undertaken that. So every company that is on board P2P for this online conference, for the ACPN are paying nothing. ACPN has undertaken that as part of the service for the conference exhibitors. So I think ACPN deserves some applause and appreciation for this, because I know how much it costs them to register for this conference or this platform for all the companies that are exhibiting. So you can see that whatever you have given to ACPN for your conference, for booths, they have also paid out to ensure that they give you broader view. So for companies that are not here, it's just that they just allow their money to waste. So, but then we have been making noise about this for a long time, and there's no cost attached to it. And on the issue of reaching out to us for this to be done, I think is also something that is welcome. But we also want to appeal that we need more responsiveness, and we want many things to be done early, because by next week Thursday we may not be able to attend to most companies' requests anymore, because it means we have already set you up for the conference, and we want to start going from there. However, there's going to be a desk WhatsApp group for this conference, where all the conference exhibitors on the online platform will be added for any form of requirement. So that number that we have shared, please just search on the internet, on the WhatsApp, and just join it as a desk office for the support, the ACPN online conference P2P support. So it's going to be used as a support platform. So everyone, please, that number, I'm going to share it again with us, 090 32 62 2336. That number is our support, and is a WhatsApp number. Please just send request to that number. You'll be added to the P2P online conference support. So anything you need, even while the conference is ongoing, just drop it there. Our engineers will respond to you immediately. So just want to let you know and have that information. Thank you. So more comments? Do we have any other person? Diogo Emeka, you want to speak? Okay. Okay. Well, without much ado, I think we can allow Mr. Emeka to go to the next thing on this training. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Jibade. And I've received some messages from some of us that have sent me some kind of a chat, just to let me know that they will still need a little bit of clarification concerning how to bring in their products or set up for the conference. Also, I'll go to that briefly again. I know some of us actually did it then, but we didn't complete with some of our products. So I'll quickly go to that again. First and foremost, the first thing you need to do on this platform is to go and add your product. That is the product you deal with. So at that point, the first thing you will do, ensure that where you have that drop down for the second annual conference, you are dropping it down to the name of your business, which will be showing your company business name here. Then you come to setup, business setup, and you click on add products. And you also click on this add product button at your top right. Then you can look for your business, because what we have done is that for every business, especially manufacturers and the importers, all your products, as you have given it to us in the Excel sheet we have sent to you earlier. And for those of you that have not received the Excel sheet, once you call that number or chat that number up, and you request for those details, that Excel sheet will be sent to you to populate accordingly. So for instance, you look for your company name. Let's assume I'm looking for Bond Chemical. or seaborne chemical in here. And immediately you do that, it's going to populate all your products. And you can see them in a glance. Now it's like 15 line items per time. You can decide to show all by just increasing your show to maybe 100. And this will show your entire product in a stretch. And all you can do here, you can just click on select all. Once you select all, because these are all your products, you are now saying, I'm claiming this product because these are my products. You select all and you click on save. This automatically adds all your products to yourself as the products you are dealing with. But for the purpose of the conference, we know that it's not necessarily true that all the products you have produced or you have manufactured ever in your company is what you are bringing to the conference. So immediately you've done this, just drop it down again and choose the conference. You will be seeing for the second annual conference from your own end. So once you select for the second annual conference, the next thing you will do at this point is to now go and fetch those products that you are bringing to the conference. Go back to that same process, business setup, add products. So this time around, you won't be seeing the manufacturer filter page anymore. All you'll be seeing are all the products you deal with. And you can now choose the one you are bringing to the conference. You can now start choosing one after the other and bringing this and bringing that. So you just click on the plus sign one by one, choose the one you are bringing to the conference and save. Once you finish saving, those products have been added, ready for conference. But the last leg that you need to do is to bring in your inventory and also set in your price. So to do that, you go to transactions, and under transactions, you balance adjustment. Balance adjustment, and you click on create. Then you choose the type of adjustment you are trying to do, which is an opening balance. You can put in a reference. You can use maybe ACPN conference products. So then you select the product code and choose the product one after the other. You put in the product pack size, and you now indicate the quantity you are bringing to the conference. Let's say, for instance, you are bringing 1,000 of this item. The selling margin should be 0. Then your unit price, put the unit price there. Let's assume it's 450 per one. And if you are doing promo, if there's a promo for this product, let's assume buy 10, get 1 free. Just type it in there. Buy 10, get 1 free. So from the hand of the buyer, they will be seeing that this particular product in question has promo on it. So you just click on add. You move ahead to the next product. Select the next product. Select the next product. Same process again. Pack size, quantity, 3,000. Selling margin 0. Unit price, maybe 280. Then you add. So you continue doing this. Let's assume you are bringing like maybe 50 products. You can add the 50 at the same time, one after the other like that with the quantity and with the price. Then you save and you approve. If you have not set your business to auto approve, I've set mine, like I've explained earlier on, I've set it to auto approve, so it's approving automatically. And if I check my report, I'll be seeing in my stock balance, I'll be seeing those items there. These are the products I just brought in now, this bundlement and whatever. So I have them with their prices set and their quantity in the platform. That means these two products are ready for this conference. If I go back again and check now for this particular supplier, if I check in the exhibitors now, rather than having, I think, 3 products or thereabout the earlier time, maybe 4 products, these new 2 products I've added will have increased the number of products I'm bringing to the conference. I can see right now, you can see that these 2 products were in there before, this bundlement and Sonagra, now has joined the number of products that I have on the platform. So it's as simple as that. So ensure you do all of this so that your customers at the other hand can see that those items are readily available for purchase on the platform. Thank you. I don't know if there's any question on this before we'll just wrap up. I think there's nothing too much for us to talk about again right now. Just for the conference.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Agbenga. I think this is a wonderful part of this training also. For people who are already confused on how would their product get to the exhibition store, it is just simple. You have to choose the location of that conference. That is the location where that particular product must be stored, must be displayed. and your product in your menu, your company drop down. I mean, you have to choose 42-42nd ACPN conference. Then once you select that space, that is location, then you now add products and you choose the products. After you have chosen the products, they also do price adjustments to put the prices and everything that need to be done. And with that, all your products will be visible and they will all have their prices. Somebody also asked the question, how do I get my product image to the platform? Yes, you can see a product without an image has a poor relationship with people, because there's nothing that is attracting them. So if your product is on this page and you don't have image on them, it will just give your product a lower level of engagement. So you can do better. And what we need to do is that each of your products have their independent or individual image. This is either JPEG or PNG file independently, one by one, and get that information across to us. And already I have created the support for online ACPN conference exhibition. Now I'm going to be sharing the link on the exhibition platform WhatsApp group for ACPN, so that anybody with issue on online engagement during this conference, please, you use that particular way to respond to us. We can share files with you, we can share files with us, and it will help us to put your product image on the platform. It is better to have the product image because it helps you. And you will see the images are tiny, but when you place the cursor of your mouse on it, it becomes enlarged. And it's the management system we're putting to minimize the image so that we can have a lot in a particular space. So once the cursor of your mouse is on that image, it embodies that image, and people can see it very well. And just like you have also seen, there's a promo that you create for your product. So if you are doing free delivery throughout the country, as you are setting up that promo, put there free delivery throughout the country. That means your reps can deliver to those sites that they are buying from you. So wherever they are buying from, give them the assurance that it is free delivery. That might also be one of the benefits that will make people to buy from you. Then you take advantage of your reps that are located in several locations to now deliver to the buyers. So what I can see therefore is that you can see that I mean, somebody is showing us that image. The group is already formed, and you can see that we have that. So what we are saying basically is that for this online engagement and pharmaceutical distribution online, I think we are there already with what ACPN has done. We are there already, and all we need is for each company to take it with more serious outlook, and it will also help you to reach interland. There are some locations now that you are not able to go there because of the crisis. You cannot drive, your reps cannot go out, but people can buy directly from you, and the courier company who knows the terrain, they can deliver product to each of those locations. So it's also some locations where some of our companies are not able to reach anymore because of all this crisis. And then sometimes some of our locations they are very far. We don't have reps in some areas, and to even finance rep to go to that place, it's too expensive for the organization. This board can actually help you out. So what we need now is that we want you to take it from a serious perspective, and that's why I said each organization must designate official in charge of their online sales. Without doing that, you can't do this we can't take this for, because all the requirements that are made are necessary here. It's somebody's duty, and that person must be able to do it, must have ample time available to him to do it. So that is what we'd like you to do. We are going to be sharing the link to the group for the support for this conference shortly, and then once that is already shared on the group, please endeavor to join that group, and then let's discuss your online space there. Everything we're going to be talking is online, because we want you to be ready between now and next week Sunday, so that from Sunday people will start seeing your company very active online. And you know what it means? It will cascade down to your business frontiers, because from this way going forward, your wholesalers knows that, oh, I can buy directly. And just like we are told, if our wholesalers automate their system, most of the time their system will be sending order to you without them knowing order has been sent, because they would have sent in such a way that they will never be out of stock. And that will also give you as an organization the data so that you can always remain in stock. Most times, many of the companies run out of stock because there's no adequate data to plan. And this system is going to give you that information that you need to plan your inventory, plan your production, plan your importation, and it can even help you to now know which product sells most in different localities, because everyone on this platform are traceable to their locality, local government area. So these are huge opportunity that is coming to the farmer sector. And I think with us on this call this afternoon, we are the first people that will take this forward. Thank you. I can see the Inkem, you have something to say. Please unmute and you can say, because I can see you are raising your hand up. Jane Mary. Yes,
everyone. Yes,
you.
I can hear you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. Please, I want to ask, how do we get the login details for this website?
Okay, to have access to P2P, you will go to pharmat.ng, PHAMART.ng. I hope you got that. PHAMART.ng. So when you get to, let me show you what you'll be seeing. So if you have not onboarded at all on P2P, it will take you to this page and you click on Get Started. So if you have not onboarded at all on P2P, you click on Get Started and you fill in all the necessary informations. Accordingly, you will fill the contact information and the login details and you create your account. Please ensure you are putting in a valid email address, and the phone numbers are also valid phone numbers. Superintendent pharmacist number and the premise license are well looked into and uploaded, because everybody on this platform are verified, and nobody on this platform can use this system until when it has been verified. So these informations are very, very necessary for verification to be done. And verification is usually done within 48 hours max to confirm your PCN is correct, your premise license is correct, the personnel working is correct. Then once these informations are clear, then you can now start doing transactions on P2P. Well, you can also reach out to the number Mr. Jibade gave out earlier on, and we can take it up from there. Thank you.
So as a company, how do they register? Companies that are supplying?
The same thing, the same process I just explained. What is being registered on this platform is not an individual. You are registering the business. Even though at the point of registering a business, you need to put in the information of those who are managing the business. You understand? So it's the same process for onboarding. You're onboarding your business. For instance, your company, you select the participant. Are you an importer or a manufacturer? You select, and you put in all the other informations and you submit, and that should be all. Hope that answers.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, but you reach out to that number, we take it up from there.
Also, let me also add that anyone that's on this call and you need to register your company, please ensure you get back to the organization to avail the right information. Because if you register on behalf of the company and you leave that company, it means you are living with their accounts. So, and you may not be able to do many things when you are in that company. So the management should be along, in the sense that the people who are supposed to be there, for example, maybe your national marketing manager, your national sales manager, must be aware of this, and they should be the one to assign people who are going to be in these different territories, different locality, or different, maybe you have people in various depots. It has to be from up to down, such that information will not be getting broken. So when an information is sent, it will be sent to the right quarters. So we need you to also have this in mind, that if you have registered this account on behalf of your company, please carry along your top management, in that they should be aware, and it's a company policy that they will be able to follow through, so that they will not just say they are not aware, and that might bring some level of disreputation to the company itself, that they are not aware that that's why we're asking that you must have the PCN license, the premises number must be there. So And once you can provide those information, it means the top management of the organization is involved. Thank you. Do we have any other person that have wanted to say?
Yes, sorry, thank you. I didn't get that. So the login details we just call how we can log in. He said is PH. I didn't get that
Okay,
correctly.
don't
So
worry. You
maybe
know what,
can
Mr. Benga?
okay.
Mr. Benga, can you just use a one page to just type and let them see? However, I'm going to drop the link to register on that group. I'm going to drop the link to register on that group. So once you see that link, you can go and register your company there. And if your company has been registered there before, you will know. Because once you are putting some information, it will just let you know that this information is already existing on the system. So, but then we are going to give you the link to register on the platform, farmat.ng.
Good afternoon, Mr. Benga. Good afternoon. Sorry, I have
Okay,
to
yes.
switch system. Yes, it's Lizzie Oguleye from Emzo Pharmaceuticals. Yes, please.
Okay.
I actually have one idea.
Well,
Thank you very much for responding to my personal chat. But this process, since you are forming a WhatsApp group, is it possible to
yes.
put this process from registering product, because I believe that is the main thing, registering your product, fixing price, on the WhatsApp group at our own leisure time in the night or in the middle of the night for better comprehension. For better comprehension, so that at our own time we can play this video or the short clip, then we will be able to sail through this process. Because this thing now, I'm in the office now, you can hear some background, noise at the background, because we are doing a lot of things at the same time. But if you send a link that people can follow, a short video, a clip, at our own time, we can play it with our colleagues. Then because me, I'm a night person, so at my own night time is a thing I can go back to and follow through, so that we can have a seamless process. Since you said this thing is not limited to ACPN, it's beyond the ACPN. That's my own contribution, please.
Thank you so much. Noted, and I think we are going to do just that. Okay. Ebuka, you are raising your hand.
Yes. So sorry once again, right? Still on the same product upload issue, right? So I mean I've been listening, and thank you for the information given so far, right? So I mean, my own take, this is actually a suggestion for this product upload part to make things easier, because I mean, why create a solution? You also want to avoid creating problems as well, right? Making the plan seamless is also a goal, possibly. I feel since Mr. Olubenga has already explained that the reason why they didn't allow the upload of product is for security purposes, and also for structure of the platform. I would suggest that you can go through another route by allowing individuals upload their product themselves, with you guys approving which products, approving their product afterwards. So say we want to upload our product, because I mean, we on the long run it's going to be much, and we have to always wait for wait for your team to upload. I mean, if you are giving us room to upload our product ourselves, and later on maybe you have a team that is dedicated to approving this product afterwards, I think that will be easier and faster for everyone. And you can as well do the video that the last day you just said on how to go about that. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ebuka. I think your comment is well taken. And let's also, maybe by virtue of the way it has been presented, it doesn't mean that we are going to be waiting endlessly to look for your product. There's a template which you would put your product in. And once those thing is already done, then it is uploaded on the platform, just to say that this is the way we wanted your product to look like. The only thing we are trying to avoid is we have different people sending the same product. For example, you can write your products with capital letter at the beginning. Another person can write that same product with small letter at the beginning. And on the platform, there will be two different products. Somebody can write your product and put full stop. Another person can write it and put space. And the same product, but it will mean different product on the platform. So what we are doing is that you are the one that will still bring the products to the platform by ensuring that you fill that upload templates. And once the upload template is already done, the only thing that we do is just to click, to use it, just upload it on the platform. So it's similar to what we are saying, but the only difference there is that you will not go to the P2P portal to do it, but there is a file that you will have. And once you have any new product, just let us know. We are bringing new products to the market. So these are the products. Just send it, and already you have a contact with the organization. So this can be done seamlessly. But if we need to also put that particular point on the portal, I think we also take it up in-house. Thank you. Mr. Benga, you have anything to add to it?
No, you've answered it correctly. Thank you very much.
All right. Emeka.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Emeka.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear you.
yes.
Okay. I had to log on to my mobile to be able to
Yes, I can see you have two
access
accounts
my
logged on.
microphone.
Mm.
Yes. So my question was originally around. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. It was around uploading the pictures of the products. I
Okay.
recall Mr. Benga mentioned something around it can be done by the participants themselves. So I don't know if you can take course around that process again.
No, I never said it can be done. Hold on. I never said it can be done by you as a participant. I said
Okay.
images will be uploaded by us as the admin, but your
Oh,
your buyers can see those images. That's what I said.
Okay. So, but
So you have to send the images.
manufacturer end.
Mm.
Okay. I believe I've sent same to you, if
Yes,
I recall.
I did explain in the first when we started this meeting that for those who their images have not been uploaded yet, to be done between now and next week Thursday.
Okay.
So
maybe I
maybe we'll
missed that
upload
one.
the images, you'll see them showing there.
All right. Thank you so much.
But the most important thing right now is for you to put in your products, set your prices, and also bring in your quantity. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I think we are already out of time. This engagement is supposed to be between 11 and 12:30, and this is 12:33. And I think it's a very good time to say it's a nice time having all of us, and all the things that have been identified, putting the video on how to upload your product to the exhibition store. We are going to do all that. We'll do a short video so that it will be easier for you people to comprehend, and to be simple steps that you can easily replicate. And we also want feedbacks. And once you are on that platform, please go and check your own store and see what you have. Many companies are just having no products, and it means they are just there. Nobody can relate with them, and so they're just there for being there, but they can't do anything with the platform. So, but we don't want that to continue. So that's why we want you to also put all those things in place, and a very good experience shall be from us. So I think at this junction, I'd like to appreciate every one of us. I'd like to call on my Mrs. Adeniji Kemi to give vote of thanks. Hello, Kemi. Or maybe she stepped out. Okay, well, at this junction, I'd like to appreciate every one of us. Mr. Benga, thank you very much, and the team. And for all of us that are part of the call this afternoon, we appreciate you all. And we expect that this will be taken forward by ensuring that all of us do the needful. I know that we are very busy. I know that we are very busy. But one thing I can say is that some of this thing you do now will basically, in a very short while, reduce some of those activities that you are doing physically. So let us just create a little more time to give attention to this online space visibility, and we can save a lot of time in other things that we need to do, and so that we have more time to do more things for ourselves. We want to thank you, and on behalf of Network Business Consulting, we appreciate you, and ACPN also, we want to thank you for this privilege, and we're also appreciating the exhibitors for always being a partner with ACPN in all their activities. I mean, this is just to show you that ACPN recognize the fact that you are key to their organization. And I believe strongly they are doing all they can do to ensure that they give you best experience in their forthcoming conference. Thank you so much. We want to appreciate you and want to say bye from now. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you, sir.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.